it really offends me, and it's like, okay, but we'll make fun of everything else. That's okay with you? All the J.K. Simmons jokes? How do you think he feels?
He's a big fan, and he gets really upset.
He sent me messages. I don't like J.K. Simmons' comments.
You didn't see his Golden Globes acceptance speech?
He said, thank you to Bruce, Joel, Adam, James, not Lawrence.
Which was weird that he said that, right?
Because Lawrence is his biggest fan.
I know.
Yeah.
Sad.
Next question from Crucify This. If you could play in a game from the perspective of the bad guy / enemy, what would it be? Joel.
That's a pretty good question, huh? Credit goes to this person for putting a good question in there.
I actually, so I'm going to hijack this one a little bit.
Oh, great.
This was in a game magazine years ago. I don't even know which one, but someone was pitching bad ideas for games, and one of them was you play as a boss in like a PS2 era game, and your job is to sit in a room for 4 to 6 hours waiting for the hero, biding your time, doing bench presses, waiting for him, and then he kills you and the game's over.
Oh man, that sucks.
What is a game where the main villain is your own sense of madness, despair, and paranoia?
And small penis?
But it's back off the line. You play as like a...
Papers, please.
I would play as the Comstock from BioShock Infinite. I want to see what it's like from his perspective.
You get to have sex with women all the time.
It's a good joke.
Time.
Hey James, subtle joke.
He gets to, and also he's a real person, and he gets to eat food, really good food.
He's got a taint.
Well, the idea is that you're stuck in a room. That's the joke.
There's a bench press though, right?
I'm
good.
Next question.
I'm gonna say
Sure.
The taco guy.
Taco guy.
The taco guy. If you were spool for a day, what would you do?
Come into work on time.
Oh, burn!
Boom. Notice how he's...
Oh, what do you have to say about that?
Welcome back to the Spool Show. That wasn't British at all. That was like C3PO. I'm reading the question. Today's question is, if you were Spool for a day, what would you do? If I was Spool for the day, I would go home. It's slippery and smooth. Sometimes it can be rough if there's rocks underneath of it, so you gotta make sure that those aren't there. It's I can't! Thanks for watching the show. See you guys next week.
Not gonna do one next week.
But
I want to attach a GoPro camera to his forehead without him knowing, so that when he goes about his day, we can just see like it's like those dogs when you leave.
I was gonna say it's what people do to their cats.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to do with Spool.
Do you think that if a GoPro was attached to Spool's head, it would come back and the footage would be just as shaky as when you attach it to an animal? It's like what is he walking around?
He had a dog bowl.
Yeah. Just lowering into the floor.
This dude is trending all over the internet.
They call him a guardian angel. He saved my life.
You're not a cop. Somebody has to do it. Is this dude right for taking the law into his own hands? Or is it wrong?
Taking care of business?
Yeah.
Death Wish, rated R.
Missed me, mother.
Now playing.
He had a dog bowl.
Yeah. Just lowering into the floor.
Next question.
Kittens Are Evil wants to know, what's the biggest disappointment you felt as a gamer?
I feel it every day because I don't have Half-Life 3.
Oh, that's not a disappointment if it doesn't exist.
That's an extreme disappointment. I want that game.
SimCity.
Look.
The most recent SimCity that came out.
That was a pretty big disappointment.
Complete and utter disaster.
Here's the thing. We got Fallout 4, and I never thought Fallout 4 was coming.
Yeah.
So now Half-Life 3's got to come.
You really never thought Fallout 4 was
Yeah,
coming?
that's ridiculous.
I actually really didn't. I thought it was one of those mythical things that Bethesda sort of put off and was like, never mind, we're not going to do it.
I got a good answer.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed in all the new consoles. They all have quirks. Like, the Xbox is just broken. Like, things just don't work. The PS4 was kind of buggy. It's actually, PS4 is probably the best one out of them. My Wii U is just unplugged because I don't even play it anymore.
When you say they've got quirks, it makes them sound like an adorable girlfriend who plays the ukulele.
In order
as opposed to like defects, which is, well, they both have that.
The desert-like journey I have to go through to go from the main interface to, like, my messages and the load times in between is horrendous. It worked fine on the 360. For some reason, the Xbox One is like they are figuring it out for the first time.
But now all games are 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Not all of them. No, not at all.
If the Xbox had done what it said it was going to do when they announced it, with all the bullshit online always and checking in and media bullshit, would you like it more?
It honestly would probably be the exact same problem.
Yeah, hold on, guys. There are a lot of really poor people in the world, and we're complaining about how long it takes to get to our.
That's the question.
They're not watching this.
Yeah, they can't.
They're
watch it on
trying
their
to figure
Xboxes.
out how to get clean water.
Yeah, and like, or if they're disappointed as a gamer is not enough pieces for checkerboard or whatever.
In Russia?
Or Latvia?
Or Latvia?
People are watching us right now on their Chromebook. Their laptop, every laptop for every kid.
No.
Do you know about 10% of our audience watches on console?
This story is being retold in a cave through paint.
maybe my biggest gaming disappointment will be a little bit more relatable.
Okay.
Brutal Legend.
Oh, that's
It's a Tim Schafer game.
That's a good.
Next question.
How do you feel about Brutal Legend
Next
Ethiopia?
question.
It ended
Who
too
cares?
soon.
Next question.
Next question comes from Shangbang 24.
Shagbag, but
Shagbag. It's very small text.
okay.
My bad.
Either way.
And 24601. That's probably some part of your phone number. Won't somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of man?
Are these lyrics to a song?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Are those lyrics to it? Joel?
I feel like
you know all
yeah,
songs.
Joel knows this
Somebody
answer.
tell me, answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man?
Castlevania reference.
Not an answer, but
I think Lawrence
you got Joel to sing.
Is it a Castlevania?
Lawrence, get it?
Lawrence, is this a Castlevania?
That stupid Pile of Secrets bullshit that people are still referencing 20 years later. Is that what it is?
Pile-
Is that what's happening right now? You can't have one original question. You got to throw it back to an internet meme. 15
Won't
years ago.
somebody tell me? Answer if you can. Won't somebody tell me what is the soul of a man?
That was a good game, though. I really like that one.
I saw Ender's Game for the first time over the weekend.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Next question. Big Nookie.
Hey guys, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
By the time you guys are seeing this, we're already celebrating the finale of Game of Thrones.
That's right.
We've watched it.
Yeah, we watched it.
Do we want to pretend as if this is the future and we've already seen the
Yes, we
episode?
do. Yes, we do.
Joel, what were your thoughts on the final
Yeah, what
episode?
did you think of the final episode, Joel?
I was really surprised when the Terminator came and killed
Master Chief?
Master Chief
I was surprised by that too.
in front of the small council.
But it wasn't that surprising because Daenerys has been in all the trailers.
Good point.
So they hinted at it
That's a
in
good
the
point.
trailers.
When I saw Ving Rhames appear as his Mission Impossible 3 character
Yeah.
and help out Tom
He had that little
Cruise
leather pork pie hat on.
and
Wow.
the White Walkers.
Yeah, that was
I
crazy.
never would have guessed that they were bad guys, but they were.
They were.
I can't believe they showed penetration.
It's a first. Yeah, I guess.
Dicks are usually flaccid.
That's true.
That was a
I did like
throbbing
to see
cock.
that. I did like to see that.
And it came off of a woman.
It was a good shot.
The dragon sex scene went on a little long.
No, it didn't. I didn't think so. I thought
Perfect
it was
amount of
dirty.
time. I finished it twice.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
Not our final score. I give it like 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. So it's solid 9.
Really good.
I'm gonna go 6.
6?
Could have been stronger.
Come on.
Well,
Can't wait for next season.
hey, we
though.
got 2 more seasons left. That's it.
Well, we should prep for next season.
Yeah.
How do we do that?
We should do like some Game of Thrones themed questions.
That's
That
a
is a
great
great
idea. 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we're going to do that.
No. All right. Well, what do you suggest instead?
Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up.
Step 1, grow a beard at 14.
Easy.
Shave every day at 14. It doesn't matter if you don't have hair there or not. Just start shaving.
Wait, shave it? I thought you were supposed to grow it.
Don't shave it.
Well, by shaving it, it grows faster.
Yeah,
That's a
exactly.
myth.
It grows in thicker every time you shave.
That's a
Don't
myth.
shave it to grow faster.
Here's the catch with step 1, though. You got to shave your entire body. The whole body.
I don't see how shaving yourself
It
gets you
grows
more
in thicker, James. That's
not,
the way
that's
hair
a myth.
works.
That's an urban legend.
That is not an urban legend. That's what happened to me when I shaved my whole body.
Meiner Schande gestehen.
Yeah, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it.
Welcome to another week of questions on
Nope,
Open
it's just
House.
gonna
This one's
fucking
special because we're doing it
die.
live from E3 show floor.
Tell us more, Joel.
It's 5 o'clock, guys. Show's closing. You're getting kicked out.
Three. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Huh.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I don't care. Bro. Why does this man do this to my fun? I was just trying to have fun, man. Man, there's just nothing over there. Yeah, I'll take your fucking scar, dude. Yeah, nice. Nice 70 damage. I think you tried. Best gun in the game. Best gun in the game is this tac submachine gun. I'll live and die by that, man. Like, this thing is insane. Hey, buddy. Okay, so no, I'm not using the grenade launcher. That guy did a lot of damage really, really fast to me. That was... Dude, why is everybody fucking dicks? So this is the umbrella pool and something else. Gonna get some sick hunting rifle kills up in here. Oh man. Well, now I'm torn because I have an actual sniper plus the new gun, so I really want to use the new gun, but oh, no dancing. Oh, the sun's just there forever, damn. Okay, I need something that I can use close range. Alright, if the kid wanted to go, let's go. That kid was really trying that with a gun. I kind of like this hunting rifle. Like, it's not bad. I feel like I could get decent at it. Okay, what was this? Nothing I need, okay. One shot, I'm leaving. Oh, come on, where did that hit? I gotta get the sniper rifle going. Okay, he couldn't. There's absolutely no way he could have seen me. Or, I mean, not seen me, shot me. Oh, whatever, man.
Now, this is straight out of a comic book.
They called him a guardian angel. He saved
What's up, you beautiful bastards? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show, and let's just jump into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about today, by far one of the most requested stories from the past 24 hours, is what the hell happened between Donald Trump and a group of lawmakers when talking about guns. So on Wednesday, President Trump held a meeting with congressional representatives from both parties to address gun laws and school safety in light of the recent tragedy. And we need to talk about what Donald Trump said in that room because it seemed to surprise everyone. First up, when Steve Scalise was talking about concealed carry reciprocity, that's essentially that, let's say you're in the weakest state for concealed carry. Lowest requirements, fewest restrictions in that state. You could then bring that to another state, and regardless of what the law was there, you'd be fine. To that, Donald Trump said this.
I think that maybe that bill will someday pass, but it should pass as a separate. If you're going to put concealed carry between states into this bill, we're talking about a whole new ballgame. And, you know, I'm with you, but let it be a separate bill. You'll never get this passed. If you add concealed carry to this, you'll never get it passed.
Then, regarding bump stocks, he said this.
And I'm going to write that out because we can do that with an executive order. I'm going to write the bump stock, essentially write it out. So you won't have to worry about bump stock. Shortly, that'll be gone. We can focus on other things. Frankly, I don't even know if it would be good in this bill. It's nicer to have a separate piece of paper where it's gone, and we'll have that done pretty quickly. They're working on it right now.
Then, despite the NRA and Republican pushback, Donald Trump once again mentioned the age requirement.
Somebody can buy a handgun at 21. Now, this is not a popular thing to say in terms of the NRA, but I'm saying it anyway. I'm going to just have to say it. But you can't buy, I mean, think of it. You can buy a handgun. You can't buy one. You have to wait till you're 21. But you can buy the kind of weapon used in the school shooting at 18. I think it's something you have to think about.
Did you sign that?
So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give it a lot of consideration, and I'm the one bringing it up, and a lot of people don't even want to bring it up because they're afraid to bring it up.
He then, on several occasions, said how other politicians were afraid of the NRA, but he wasn't.
And they do have great power, I agree with that. They have great power over you people. They have less power over me. What do I need? So I was just curious as to what you did in your bill. You don't address it?
We didn't address it, Mr. President. Look, I think
you know why? Because you're afraid of the NRA.
Now, regarding the senator that Donald Trump singled out, Pat Toomey, we've seen two different reports there. According to Politico, Pat Toomey has received over $167,000 from the gun lobby in the past, but as a spokesperson for Pat Toomey told Fox News, Senator Toomey has not received a dime from the NRA since joining the Senate. And from what we could find, that actually does appear to be true. It looks like the NRA has not contributed to Pat Toomey since 2010. We also saw Donald Trump tell Senator Feinstein he's more than happy to look at her assault weapons ban.
I would be most honored if you would take a look at it.
I will.
And we will get it to you and let us know what you think of it.
I will.
And then, in my opinion, one of the most interesting and surprising things that Donald Trump said came from this back and forth with Mike Pence.
If an individual is reported to be a potential danger to themselves or others, allow due process so that no one's rights are trampled, but the ability to go to court, obtain an order, and then collect not only the firearms, but any weapons in the possession
Or
of that
might
individual.
take the firearms first and then go to court, because that's another system, because a lot of times by the time you go to court, it takes so long to go to court to get the due process procedures. I like taking the guns early, like in this crazy man's case that just took place in Florida. He had a lot of firearms. They saw everything. To go to court would have taken a long time. So you could do exactly what you're saying, but take the guns first go through due process second.
Okay, I just want you to imagine if 4 years ago Barack Obama said that same fucking sentence. Take the guns first, due process second. Yesterday we talked about the possibility of red flag laws. What Donald Trump just mentioned here is the most extreme version of a red flag law. And I say the most extreme because even right now, most Democrats wouldn't argue to do that. They would say, like Vice President Mike Pence said, you know, when people say there's a warning, they can go do a court order, they can go through the process, then take those guns or keep that person from buying guns. And just in general, I'm at a loss for words. I didn't expect Trump to say something like that. I don't know if Trump expected to say something like that. Now, following that meeting and President Trump's statements, I think most people are at a point where they go, do we believe what he just said? I mean, one, it appears that there are a good number of people that feel that Donald Trump kind of just repeats what the last person told him is a good idea. Republican Senator Ben Sasse releasing a statement saying, strong leaders don't automatically agree with the last thing that was said to them. We have the Second Amendment and due process of law for a reason. We're not ditching any constitutional protections simply because the last person the president talked to today doesn't like them. And the thing is, to me, whether I agree with Ben Sasse's politics or not, that statement seems somewhat accurate. I mean, all you have to do is look to the president's words on DACA. I know.
Let's go, boys. Man, that gun's way too good.
There's so much news constantly, so it's sometimes hard to keep track, but this is what Trump said about DACA, specifically a DACA bill on January 9th.
This should be a bipartisan bill. This should be a bill of love. Truly, it should be a bill of love, and we can do that. When this group comes back, hopefully with an agreement, this group and others, from the Senate, from the House, comes back with an agreement, I'm signing it. I mean, I will be signing it. I'm not going to say, oh, gee, I want this or I want that.
But then later, either because he completely changed how he felt, or enough people that are close to him told him, no, we're going to go a different route. This is what we need to do. The Democrats are evil. They're trying to trick you. All of a sudden, there were unmovable pillars that he demanded to be in the bill for him to support it. Even at one point saying, I'd love to see a shutdown if he couldn't get what he wanted in this bill, as well as then threatening to veto the bipartisan bill that had the best chance. And so really, who knows where the president's going to land today, tomorrow, a month from now? We have to ask questions like, is the president being erratic? Are people around him the ones changing his mind? Is it due to public outcry? Does Trump look at the places that have previously shown him a lot of support, like a Breitbart, where all of a sudden yesterday they called him a gun grabber, which is also very concerning because that seems to feed into the TV ratings president narrative. It's about praise rather than policy. I don't know, though. So with that said, I want to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts around this situation, this meeting, the due process part? I'd love to know what you're thinking and why in those comments down below. From that, I want to share some stuff I love today, and today in Awesome brought to you by D-Brand. Y'all might remember D-Brand from when they launched the D-Brand Grip. They raised over $1 million. They just launched a brand new material called Black Camo. The best part, today only, if you want to snag one, they have 25% off site-wide, and you get free shipping if your order's over $20. So if you want to snag one, go to dbrand.com/PhillyD or click the link in the description. And for the first bit of awesome, we're gonna do another recommendation. Sometimes we do it with movies maybe you haven't heard of, like Train to Busan. We talk about games like Celeste. Today, I want to officially recommend. I thought it was going to be garbage. They decided to reboot Queer Eye. It is on Netflix now, and once again, I thought it was going to be trash. I watched it.
Okay, man,
it's
I
great.
got
it's
that.
Great feel-good television. Of course, every piece of content is not for everyone, so I just say give it the first episode and then let me know what you think. And we got a video from Casually Explained on critical thinking. We had Chadwick Boseman, surprising Black Panther fan. Not that he needs the views, but we got a great film theory. B-movie lied to you. We had Ty Burrell on Hot Ones. And if you're interested in an entertaining video on string theory, that channel that I mispronounced, 7, out of 10 times, put out a video on it. And if you'd like to see the full versions of everything I just shared, the secret link of the day, anything at all, links as always are in the description down below. Then, in how is it possible for this company to suck any more than they already do news, Equifax announced today that in addition to the 145.5 million social security numbers and other bits of very personal information that was stolen from them, there were also now reportedly an additional 2.4 million other Americans affected. And this wasn't a new breach, it was from that same 2017 breach, but they're just letting you know about it now. Now the good news is that if you were a part of this 2.4 million, we're not talking social security numbers with this one, but things like partial driver's license. So I guess just a random reminder that Equifax actually sucked even more, but still will somehow continue to be a successful business. Then for those of you wondering how John Kelly, the White House Chief of Staff, currently feels about his job, I want to play this video from a Homeland Security event.
I would just open by saying I have almost no right to be up here on the stage. I mean, I was in the department.
You have every right
and
to be here.
I miss every one of you every day. I went... Truly, at 6 months, the last thing I wanted to do was walk away from one of the great honors of my life, being the Secretary of Homeland Security. But I did something wrong, and God punished me, I guess.
And depending on where you land politically, you probably think that he's saying this for one of two reasons. Some people will say that it's about the treatment from the media, and others will say it's because of the just general chaos in the White House. There's a lot going on, but it truly seems like that man's life is miserable. Then in an update to the Dick's Sporting Goods story that we talked about yesterday, more companies have now joined in. Walmart announcing, going forward, we are raising the age restriction for purchase of firearms and ammunition to 21 years of age, adding we are also removing items from our website resembling assault-style rifles, including non-lethal airsoft guns and toys. Our heritage as a company has always been in serving sportsmen and hunters, and we will continue to do so in a responsible way. Also today, we saw Kroger, the largest supermarket chain in America, saying they're making changes, specifically that they will raise the minimum age for purchasing guns and ammunition at its Fred Meyer locations to 21, and so that'll affect 43 stores they have across Alaska, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. And my initial reaction to that is, I didn't even know Kroger owns supermarkets that sold guns. But the main point, more businesses have now joined in on this move, and it'll be interesting to see, one, how those companies are affected, and two, if any others join or resist, and also how vocal they are about it. Then, in a quickie story that I'm just going to throw in here because I've been messaged several times about it, and I want it to go away. And this really pertains to something we've said in the past, where a creator cannot control what their fans do. There's a family vlogger by the name of Anna Saccone Jolie tweeted out this picture with the caption, "Learning to love your body is a beautiful thing. Mine has given me 3 gorgeous children and is currently home to my 4th. More pics in my eating disorder story over on my blog." And if you go there, it's exactly what she says in it. Well, in response to that, another Twitter user responded, "You know how beautiful your body looks. I'm mad at you now. My daughter was wider hips than a butt, looks up to you, and now has to see this. How dare you? I hope you got the confidence you needed to let little teens down. Personally, I have a body that looks 10 times better than you, but I don't throw it in my little 14-year-old face." And the reason I'm mentioning this is in that person's bio, it reads, "Only rejoin Twitter so I can vote for Philly D to win the Streamies again this year. Sorry for the spam." And so I'm quickly mentioning this story for 2 reasons. Twitter so I can year-old's face. A little wider response to more pics in my eating disorder story over on my blog. And if you go there, it's exactly what she says in it. Well, in response to that, another Twitter user responded, "You know how beautiful your body looks. I'm mad at you now. My daughter with wider hips and a butt looks up to you and now has to see this. How dare you? I hope you got the confidence you needed to let little teens down. Personally, I have a body that looks 10 times better than you, but I don't throw it in my little 14-year-old's face." And the reason I'm mentioning this is in that person's bio, it reads, "Only rejoin Twitter so I could vote for Philly D to win the Streamies again this year. Sorry for the spam." And so I'm quickly mentioning this story for 2 reasons. One, you can never control what your fans do, and 2, to ask this person to unfollow me and remove my name from their description. Mommy vloggers in particular are constantly under attack from everyone. I also find it disgusting that you're attacking another woman for doing with her body as she wants. And as far as your daughter having to see these easily PG-13 photos, maybe have a conversation with your child. I feel like having a conversation with your child about feeling more comfortable in your own skin and the fact that some people have eating disorders is probably better than her watching you be a complete dickhead to a stranger online. But that's just my quickie take on it. And then let's talk about the really interesting news coming out of West Virginia. If you haven't heard yet, today is the 6th day that public schools across across West Virginia are closed. This because 20,000 teachers in the state are on a strike, which means 270,000 students will be staying home from school. And as far as why the teachers are protesting, it's partially about the low pay. When you look at the numbers, it makes sense because West Virginia average teacher pay ranks among the lowest in the nation. Now, what's really interesting is the teacher walkouts actually started last Thursday, and they started in response to a new law that would actually give them raises. But that raise was only a 2% increase starting in the summer, followed by a 1% increase in 2020 and 2021. So based on average pay, that's $808 next year and $404 for the next 2 years. And that's not great considering in 2016, West Virginia teachers made an average of $45,622, with the national average being over $58,000. That makes it so West Virginia's pay rate is 48th out of 50. Teachers have also argued that yes, getting any percentage whatsoever obviously is more money, but for what they're actually taking home, not really, because this increase barely covers the increases that they're having to pay for health insurance. In fact, some teachers in the state have also said their pay is so low they have to collect federal assistance like WIC.
As a professional degreed teacher working 2 jobs, I qualified for WIC and food stamps, and we collected on the WIC. So that's how low teacher pay is here. You know, there were a lot of times where we had to choose between groceries and, you know, health coverage for my family. So this isn't just an issue of a bunch of people squabbling over a little bit of insurance benefits or a little bit of pay. We are really in a bad place here.
Now, as far as the government response we've seen Virginia Governor Jim Justice holding 3 town halls in northern West Virginia. But during those discussions with teachers, Governor Justice pushed back on the teachers demanding for higher wages, telling teachers that it would be unlikely for them to see a bigger raise than the currently approved plan because the state just doesn't have the money. Speaking at a high school Monday, Justice said, quote, "I would tell you that if you look at the numbers and you were me, and I look at them all the time, doing any more than what has been done with your pay raise today, you're not going to like this, but it would not be the smart thing to do. It would absolutely be, from a financial standpoint, a very, very, very dumb move." Governor Justice did say, however, if the state was able to fix its economic troubles, teachers would get a raise. So just in general, things not looking fantastic for the teachers there. But we did see some positives. Governor Justice also promised to establish a task force within the next 7 to 10 days to address the teachers' concerns. So that was something. We also saw the Public Employees Insurance Agency, which actually administers the healthcare programs for the teachers, also agreed to freeze health insurance premiums and rates. This for the next fiscal year for state workers, which means in the short term, teachers won't have to pay more for insurance. Also, Justice says he wants to look into a natural gas tax that could help fund the Public Employees Insurance Agency. There are also 2 bills currently in West Virginia's state Senate that could help with high insurance costs. One would transfer $29 million from the state's rainy day fund to freeze insurance rates, and the other would make it so that 20% of future general fund surpluses would go towards a separate fund, and specifically that fund would be aimed to stabilizing the employees' insurance. And following all of this Tuesday night, it looked like the strike might actually come to an end. A deal was made, union leaders for the teachers, Governor Justice made a deal which proposed giving teachers a 5% raise, and that deal, which is now a bill, is going through the legislature. After that announcement, some news outlets even said that the strike was over. But, as you know, because we're talking about it today, it isn't. This strike is reportedly continuing because this deal doesn't address the other issues the teachers have, specifically their health care and the Public Employees Insurance Agency. The teachers are also arguing that all of the proposed solutions are temporary and they want something long-term, and so the strike continued. Yesterday we saw teachers continuing to protest by rallying outside the state legislative chambers. But of course, it's important to point out that not everyone is behind this strike. Some are arguing that the teacher strike is negatively affecting children across the state, especially children who are underprivileged and actually rely on the schools for food. Now, some local news outlets have reported that schools handed out food to students last Wednesday ahead of the strike. One food bank reportedly filled 700 backpacks full of food for students last week. But an important thing to note there is that was just one place, 700 backpacks. We're talking about over 270,000 kids. Also, to handle the situation, we've seen makeshift child care centers pop up, set up at churches, community centers. The state's Attorney General Patrick Morrissey has even called the strike illegal, saying in a statement this week, "Our teachers and school service personnel are among the state's best and brightest, and I wholeheartedly support their cries for higher salaries and affordable health care. However, a work stoppage of any length on any ground is illegal. This illegal work stoppage affects hundreds of thousands of students and families across our state. Our office is prepared to support any relevant state agency or board with legal remedies that may choose to pursue to uphold the law. We also stand ready to assist and support any county board of education or county superintendent as they enforce the law." Now, so far, there hasn't been any legal action pursued against the teachers, but as the strike continues, as time goes on, we may see that change. And for now, we're going to have to wait and see how long the teachers hold out, what West Virginia lawmakers do in response. And so I want to pass the question on to you.
Oh my God.
What are your thoughts on this specific situation? Do you support
Man, I just got cocked.
Or no, it's hurting the state, it's hurting the children and all these families? Also, what's your opinion on the state potentially cracking down on these teachers that are striking? I'd really love to know what you think and why in those comments down below. And that's where I'm going to end today's show. And remember, if you liked this video, you like what I'm trying to do on this channel, hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. That way you make sure you don't miss these daily weekday videos, which actually, if you did miss yesterday's show, you want to catch up, click or tap right there to watch that. Or if you need something lighter, we have the newest behind the scenes vlog. Click or tap right there to watch that. But that said, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love yo faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.
So the job of the writer is not to...
I don't care, man. I don't care about the job of the writer. It's fucking homosexual. Dude, these kids are gonna get fucked when I come around the corner. Yep, nope. Dude, what gun does he fucking have? He's just ripping through it. He did so much damage.
You guys, pranks rule. You can physically or emotionally assault someone, then say it's a joke and everything is totally fine. And if you get your victims to sign a waiver, you can even put it all in a movie, make millions of dollars, and be hailed as a very smart and funny man.
It's harder to prank kids, though, because their waivers have to be signed by guardians who are vigilant about their well-being.
But children do tend to provoke a strong emotional response in most people, which guarantees views.
Well, there's no law against using kids to prank other adults.
Or the audience. So for years we've been dressing girls as unreal ghosts to traumatize people in hotels, and employing visual effects to stage fatal accidents as bizarre viral ads for German dinner theater. That's what that video was actually promoting. I swear, you can check. Today we have Vine stars like That Happy Family or...
I'm just gonna get an insane kill today. Well, this game. Okay, I can make that. Oh my god. Okay, looks like I'm just running in. Oh my god.
Whereas it's bookmarked in my browser, Zach King tricks redone poorly by White Hipster, carrying on the tradition. When he's not terrorizing his wife, he uses After Effects to depict situations in which his kids come to hilariously close brushes with grave injury. But ultimately, it's about the loving bond of a quirky, close-knit family, somehow. Here's one of their latest creations. What a remarkable piece of visual effects craftsmanship. You see, in reality, a stationary camera filmed the falling ladder first and the subjects after. Then, adorable faces were used here, here, and here to distract us from sloppy rotor work, plate misalignment, doubling shadows, and incorrect layer stacking. For a 6-second video, that fails at almost 1 fail per second. But hey, they're precious, and it's hilarious, and it's about family, and we throw trash cans at them, and follow us on everything!
Check out our children.
The one incarnation of this genre that doesn't seem cynical is the YouTube sensation Action Movie Kid. This DreamWorks animation artist, who can't quite decide on his true calling, uses spare time to turn home videos of his son into epic VFX shots. But each video empowers the kid and seems to depict his imagination and curiosity about the world through the language of his dad's nerdy love of classic adventure films. It beams with positivity and wonder. It's enough to make even me want a little tyke of my own. I know! I hope I saved it. There it is. Wait, I just noticed something. The first compilation of Action Movie Kid videos got a staggering 51 million views. But Action Movie Kid Volume 2, with more complicated effects, got 22 million views. Volume 3, full of Disney and Star Wars stuff, got a bit over 10 million. And Volume 4, which starts with a plea for subscribers, barely got past 3 million. What's the next one gonna get? 1 million? Like some loser? Junior? I hope you know you're very important to me, but you're just not as lucrative a marketing strategy as I thought you'd be. Maybe I should get into makeup tutorials. I know a couple things.